What to do if you feel like you don't have a purpose. Hello YouTube, here's another video for you. I'm at my land right now, so I am very tapped in because this place is powerful. I'm backed up against a legendary white pine, and we're gonna just absolutely flow here because I believe in this time of the world right now, nobody should feel like they don't have a purpose because this planet is needing people to rise up. We need all hands on deck for what is unfolding. If in 20 years, hell, even 5 years, we want a thriving planet, not a just completely destroyed slave race, poison, dumbed down civilization serving the 1%. We don't want that, okay? So we all need to find the reason we're here deeply. And the video today is, well, what do you do if you don't know? Because a lot of people don't know. And there was a point in time I didn't know, or I strayed away from my path, but we do all have a path deeply. And I think why a lot of people feel like they don't have a path is because there's lots of distractions. Society really molds you into, I don't want to say believing certain things, but thinking it kind of has to be one way. And I don't think it has to be one way. You know, of course there's many pressures and there's probably a lot of noise in your life of, no, you shouldn't do that, you need to do this, you have to have this. But we live in a time right now, bro, you got to go all in, bro. You have to go all in. You got to trust your heart. And that's really what it comes down to, is trusting yourself and trusting your heart and trusting in this higher mission. And at one point in your life, here's the thing I can guarantee, like you felt something. You had a passion about something. You maybe had a big goal, a big dream. And of course, maybe it was shot down. You know, somebody was like, bro, you crazy? You're not going to be able to do that. But that is where your mission lies. Even though if it wasn't that, it was that energy that you were feeling for something bigger. And it's hard to find your mission right now if there's things in your life that are distracting you, that are stealing your energy. For example, I mean, I'm not hating on anybody, but I've been in this space a couple years ago. Let's just say sports betting. This is getting kind of way out there, but that can steal your energy, that can steal your focus, and it can become a repetitive loop. I'm not saying yes or no, you shouldn't do it, but I'm just giving you an example of something that can steal your energy and steer you off your path. So what do you do to find your purpose, though, to find yourself again? This is what I think is powerful, and this is my advice. Like, I have a lot of learning to do too, so I'm not out here acting like I'm a full teacher, because I'm not, but I'm just going to share my authentic, what has helped me in moments that I remember that really steered my path strong. And that's, one, you need to spend time with yourself. Like, you have to. You have to have days that you dedicate where it's like, bro, it's just me, and I'm going to a nature trail. I'm just doing something alone. I'm not distracting myself, like it's just me. That's very powerful, because if you're not spending any time with yourself, genuine, authentic time, where you're not distracting, you're not watching something, you're not doing something, like just you, then yeah, it's going to be almost impossible to reconnect deeply to your soul and your spirit and your life force that is trying to move through you, and your intuition too, because I do believe we're always receiving some sort of intuition. But if we don't give ourselves the space to ever listen or tap in and connect, then the message is never going to come through. And I think is really powerful is taking a 3-day minimum trip by yourself, preferably camping out in nature. Like, if you've never camped, it's very easy in the sense, don't overthink it. And I'm going to break this down, okay? You don't know really what your mission is. You don't really know what your purpose is. Maybe you have a couple passions, but you don't know. And you planned this 4-day camping adventure at a local state park near you. It's 4 hours away. And it's just you. You don't know what to get. You get a tent. You get maybe a little stove, a sleeping bag, a pillow. You look at some things online. Camping 101. You know where your campsite is, you book your campsite, everything's taken care of. I'm only explaining this because it's not as complicated as you think. And you set an intention for this time to not, oh, now I have to know my purpose, but just, I want to connect with myself. I want to have moments and memories that I'll remember forever on this time, because this is important. And you go on this camping journey, and you fully also let go of any expectation, and you just have the intention to connect. There's two things that are powerful here. One, you're getting back out in the real world. You're connecting back with nature, you're sleeping outside, and that naturally will just ground you to the truth of who you are so the channel is clearer. But spending time with yourself in an unknown environment, you learn about yourself. You learn about how you respond to things when you're not in the same environment always. You learn about, and you have a deeper reflection of your life and perspective that comes through. And when you are here, and that first night, maybe it's a little uncomfortable, but you wake up the next day and there's just this sense of clarity. It might still be uncomfortable, but I promise you in these coming days, when you take walks, maybe you're by a lake, a beach, you take that trail, and you just have these little moments throughout the time that you sit with yourself. And if you really ask the question, like, why am I here? Like, really, what do I love to do? Like, if money wasn't an issue, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? Truly, what would make me happy? And really think about that deeply. And you don't even have to get the answer. But it's this act of like entertaining that, bringing energy to those questions. Because many times when we're lost and we don't care, like we don't even want to open that anymore because we're afraid and we're scared. And maybe we've been hurt before, so we don't want to try or open our heart again. But it's needed right now. And I also believe that being out in nature again, you might find a passion for the natural world. And we need people awakening their passion for the natural world, the connection to Earth, because it's under attack right now. Our ecosystems, they're being threatened, and we need people educated, learning. There is a purpose for everybody in the natural world. I believe that's a part of all of our purpose, to come home and steward the Earth and to have an enlightened ecological awareness of the landscapes around us. I believe this is everybody's purpose somehow, because it's a human responsibility deeply, because we are part of the ecosystem. But we need people leading the way. We need people really being leaders in this space. And maybe that's not you, but maybe it is you. And if it is, I give you all the encouragement in the world, because we need it. But maybe you're really passionate about cars, and there needs to be a new space of somebody fresh who has a different alignment, mission, and you care deeply more. But just know, I'm here to tell you that you are amazing, and you have a mission always, even if it's something so small. You do have a purpose. You do have a purpose. Connect to God at a deep level. But also understand that find your way too. If you are Christian, if you are Muslim, if you are Hindu, if you are Buddhism, amazing, beautiful. I believe in all of these paths and that there's truth in each. Me personally, I'm a student of life, and I find and draw wisdom from all places. I believe all rivers lead to the ocean. But also understand that there is something much higher here, and that love is the way, and you can deeply connect to God deeply and call, because we can't do it alone, actually. Like, you have to find the truth and the power that is within you and liberate yourself by going internal. But there's an illusion of like, no, you can't do it alone. You have to die to the egoic self and realize that like you, who you are, is actually, it's part of something much, much, much bigger, and that's what has to be connected to. And it's powerful, man. It's a call, a video for people to not be afraid anymore. I'm trying not to be afraid anymore. We have to stay strong right now, remain in our hearts, and move forward with a purpose. The planet needs it, you need it. And of course, there's a way of just being and loving and enjoying life, absolutely. But man, and this purpose though, it's not even about a destination. It's not even about a goal. It's the journey that is the way. But it's like reinforcing this life spirit, this creative intelligence, this passion, this spark that is in you and all of us. And it's been dormant too long in many of us. Because you, just you, have a gift that it'd be a real shame if it was never even expressed in your lifetime. And that's what I believe hell is. If we die and we realize like, wow, my potential, I wasted it. But heaven can come right down here on earth when you are embracing why your soul is here in this lifetime at this time. And that's powerful. So, stay locked in, stay focused. Go on that little camping adventure. Or just take a day to just spend by yourself with an intention to detach from everything and reconnect to everything. Blessings, my friends. I'm going to see you on the next one.